Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video I'm talking about Jupiter trine or sextile to Pluto in Synastry. So this is a really cool aspect to have where the Jupiter person is really expanded by the depths of the Pluto person's understandings. It's kind of like the Pluto person gently allows Jupiter to see what is beyond their current scope of reality and, like, yeah, expands them and maybe helps them with certain belief systems that they've taken on from their family of origin or from, their past that maybe don't reflect their highest truth anymore. And it's like the Pluto person is able to just gently, pull up the veil and be like, look, look at this new way of thinking that I'm guiding you to. And because it's a trine or sextile aspect, it's like the Jupiter person is very open to that expansion. And then the Pluto person can really feel like the Jupiter person sees into their depths and sees into their vulnerabilities, and yet is non judgmental of what is there. Our Pluto part of us can feel very vulnerable. It can feel like, the eighth house, our secrets, things that we would like to keep hidden, right? Now, when someone's Jupiter is making a trine or a sextile to our Pluto, it's like they open up that energy for us, but in a way that is soothing, gentle, healing. And so, yeah, a lot of growth can happen here. The the Pluto person can feel very deeply seen and supported by Jupiter, and the Jupiter person can help the Pluto person use that depth and that darkness that they've gone through, that transformation that they've gone through, to actually make money in some cases, or like to add it to a part of their resources. Okay, so this is an aspect of increase, mutual increase. So we can see wealth building with this aspect. We can see two people coming together and becoming so much more wealthy, not just materially, although it can definitely mean that, but also spiritually. This is an aspect of spiritual wealth. This is an aspect of growth that leads to wealth and leads to more resources. Now, it could just be like resources in the sense of like wisdom or knowledge or books or spiritual understandings, emotional transformation. All of these things are equally as valuable as money, if not more valuable than money, but it can also lead to financial success as well, because we build each other up with this aspect. And the Jupiter person is able to let go of any wastefulness or any like even like laziness in their Jupiter, and really like become a more advanced version of their faith, of their joy, of their dreams, of their successful risk taking. It's like the Pluto person helps them gamble a little bit wiser, or if they had a gambling problem, Pluto would probably help them stop. And then, yeah, like I said, the Pluto person feels very deeply seen. And it's like the Jupiter person's wisdom helps the Pluto person see that there is great value in their vulnerabilities, in their emotional stuff, their sexual stuff. The Jupiter person could help the Pluto person heal from sexual complexes, or vice versa, actually. But it's more likely the Pluto person that's going to be going through the eighth house sort of things because of the Jupiter. But because it's a trine or sextile, it tends to be more flowy, more deeply healing. You could actually see some intimacy with this aspect, even though Jupiter and Pluto are not like, personal planets. We can still see a level of intimacy with this, a level of care. Um, even like the Jupiter could almost be sort of like a fathering energy towards Pluto, where Pluto's getting an opportunity to like reparent their inner child. And Jupiter is getting an opportunity as well, though, to look at their parental structure, like internally, like how they were brought up, and see it from a more whole perspective, or see it for what it really was. There's a lot of truth coming out in this aspect. They are both going to stimulate each other to see the truth, even if the truth is painful. And when the truth is painful, they are there to hold each other in that and support each other through it. So, this is a really beautiful aspect to see. It's an aspect of miracles, it's an aspect of increase, like I said. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have. It could also be an increase of like psychic or occult knowledge, like you could find in this relationship. Growth in regards to, yeah, like I said, spiritual knowledge or psychic abilities and stuff like that, and an increase in luck together. And you want to look at the signs and the element that the trine or the sextile is taking place in. That is the energy that is flowing here. So it's going to be different if this is a water trine or a water earth sextile versus a fire air sextile or fire fire. You want to see the element that this is taking place in, or the elements if it's a sextile. And that's the energy that's flowing here. That's the the healing current that is happening here. So, yeah, I'd love to know your experience of this aspect. Just a little side note. So, I have this in my synastry with my current boyfriend, who's my first boyfriend after my husband passed away. And his Jupiter at the very end of Cancer falls in my fifth house and is trine to my Pluto in Scorpio that is in my eighth house, both at 29 degrees. And I feel like this aspect is quite symbolic of him with his Jupiter, his guidance, his expansive energy, helping me with my Pluto wound, the wound of deep loss and sexual ties and, intense intimacy and loss and fears and, everything that is inherent with Pluto and Scorpio in the eighth house at the 29th karmic degree. So, anyways, that's just like an example that I've gone through or am going through at this current moment in time. So, I'd love to know your experience of this aspect. Was it like this? Was it not like this? Let me know in the comments, you guys. And yeah, keep your requests coming. We'll talk soon. Love you guys. Bye.